What's up, my beautiful people? It's your girl Sophina the Diva back here again. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, usually I feel like back in the day, because I'm so old, people didn't like being short. They were like, oh, I wish I was taller, blah, blah, blah. But nowadays, it's like cool to be short, as a woman at least. So I just kind of want to talk to you guys about the myths and the facts about shortness, in a sense, but relating to gymnastics. So the question is, does gymnastics stunt your growth? Now, there's some people that say it does, some people that say it doesn't. So I'm gonna share some of my stories and the fact. I think that the fact is gymnastics does stunt your growth. I even did some more research just to, you know, make sure. So pretty much it says that if you do any exercise or sports that compresses the spine, which AKA gymnastics definitely does that because of the pounding and the jumping and the flipping. So it compresses the spine. Boom. So factual, gymnastics does stunt your growth. So for all you guys out there, if you do not want to be short, then do not be a gymnast, because that is one factor. Obviously, another factor is, you know, your genes. I mean, my family isn't necessarily the tallest. I still am the shortest in my family, but they're not like giants. So therefore, have a little bit of a short gene, mix that up with gymnastics, and I am the shortest, and I am short. For people that always keep asking me how tall I am, because a lot of times people think from videos or from Instagram and stuff like that, that I'm taller than I actually am, but in fact, no. I am 5'1", 5'2". I'm in between the two, depending on the day or where I'm at or what the situation is. I'll say a certain height. So like around certain people, like I like to be shorter, so I say I'm 5'1". And around certain things and interviews, auditions, and things like that I do, sometimes I feel like they probably want someone taller, so I'll say 5'2". So it really just depends on the situation, but I love being short. Like, I love it, I embrace it. Fun size gets to do fun things. I don't know. I just love being short as a woman, you know? I mean, I know a lot of times men do not want to be short, and I feel, yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. Another myth that people told me growing up, because I drank coffee when I was younger, and I still do, and people said that coffee stunts your growth. And I used to believe that so much. Come to find out, I did even some more research, and it does not actually stunt your growth. So you're fine, go ahead and drink some coffee. It's a myth, but as of now, from my recollection, coffee does not stunt your growth. So if you young people are still growing and you want to drink coffee and don't want to be short, by all means, you're fine, don't fret. Going along with gymnastics stunts other things as well, not just growth, but we talked about that before. I did a video on like myths about your period. That was one of them, which gymnastics does stunt that development as a woman for a little bit later. It stunts a lot. Puberty in general. Also, guys, it's this piece right here. It's not a real tattoo. I also have one back here. People kept thinking the other day that these were real, and I'm like, I've never seen a real tattoo like this, but no, they're not real. Moving on. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my stories about my growth experiences, just so that if you guys are younger going into this type of difficulty, or if you've already been through it, then go ahead and drop a comment below about what type of growing pains and stuff that you've gone through and that you've had. A lot of you guys already know that I fractured my back. Now that has nothing to do with my growing, so we will not talk about that. But the two main growing pains that I had that were the worst was Severs and Oshkin-Slaughter. Now I know other people get shin splints as well, but I was thankful enough not to get shin splints. Hallelujah. But first, let's started off with Severs. If you don't know what Severs are, let me just tell you right now. So pretty much it's your heel. It's pain all up in the heel area. Oh, I'm wearing a dress, my bad, guys. But it's really painful. It's like the growth plate or the cushion of it that something happened. Yeah, it hurts to walk on it. I feel like with Severs, it's worse when you're a gymnast because of the pounding and stuff like that. I feel like if you were to have Severs in like life, it's not as bad, but literally cannot do any gymnastics. It hurts so bad. A lot of times, if you do get Severs, there's like a taping technique that you can do where you tape your arch up, and it gives you a little bit less pressure on the Severs on the heel area. So definitely try that out. That's one thing that really is very painful, but it is a circle of life. You do have to grow, and if you're doing gymnastics, it stunts your growth, so therefore it's probably going to be a little bit more painful. The next one that was the most painful, probably more painful than the Severs, honestly. Not a lot of people get this one. I feel like more people get Severs than Oshkin-Slaughter, but Oshkin-Slaughter is pretty much a growing pain in your knee. knees. I only got it in one knee, thankfully, and it was my left knee. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a large bump on my knee. It feels like it's a bone. I don't know what it is. It might be a bone. I can't really remember what the doctor said. It's some type of a growing pain, and this one was absolutely the most painful. It hurt to walk, it hurt to sit, it hurt to stand. It felt like my leg was gonna fall off. I was gonna be paralyzed. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but I literally couldn't do things when it flared up. It was that painful. Something you could do for that is you could tape the right above the bump and below your kneecap. You could tape that or put one of those bandage things around it just to try to alleviate some of the pressure. I know that when I went to the doctors, my doctor was so tall. She was like 6 something. She told me she had that pain. I was like, oh my gosh, tall with short, like having the same type of pain, like why? She told me also one thing to do is to sit on your legs like this. Now, if you get this growing pain, I'm telling you, it is the most painful thing to do that part. You have to do it because it'll kind of stretch it out a little bit. So those were my 2 main growing pains, guys. I hope that none of you guys have to go through that, but if you do, hopefully some of the little tips that I told you could kind of help you through these pains. I know shin splints is one. I think there's a taping technique for that one. I'm pretty sure there's other growing pains that I don't really know about. I feel like those are more common for gymnasts. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like it was a little bit more of an informative video about my experiences through that and answering the questions about, does gymnastics stunt your growth? Which in fact, yes, it does. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and follow me on Instagram at Sofina the Diva and on Twitter at Sofina_de Jesus. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Also, guys, before I go, as you guys know from my last video, I went to Greece. And so in Greece, I ate Greece food. Not that it was bad, but you know, when you go out to another country or another state, you want to try all their food that they're famous for. And then 4th of July just passed, and for that, we have a family barbecue, go to the beach, and I eat a lot. So what better way is to detox myself? So I'm super excited to try this detox. It's going to detox my cells and detox my body, and I feel like I'm gonna feel amazing and refreshed and just replenished. So make sure to go check out this little detox situation. Yeah!